Let's get the what we are inserting. We insert into a table called users. We have let me go back and see our database. An email address. So the one should be file name and cell phone numbers, and they will add a little bit later on. So this one is fine. Just need to change this. Let me give the proper username. These are the variables. These are relevant to first the data we have on our text fields. If we were to go to our HTML file, name, surname, also the email. Forget about the cell phone number. The name, the email deposit, of course, automatically it goes to Firebase. But what we want to do is also add the email into our database. So once that is done, so what we will do is call. We're gonna call this. We'll get these variables as we pass them. We'll get the name, the email, the name, the surname, and put them in these variables. This is how you create a variable in PHP. Normally in other languages you say into this or data type this. Here you just say $email. This is the variable. You'll only know what value it has and what type of value it has once you assign, meaning whether it has a string or an integer or a double. It's going to be determined on what you assign to the variable. Otherwise, when you create a variable, it has no type until you assign a value to it. So these are the column of the table users. Yes, email address as they are, should put them as they are. So let me just copy this code so I don't put it again. I'll explain this code. Yes. This is we put in the try catch, remember? Okay. I need to click here. This first, let me go to. I think I forgot to add the. If you remember the problem the last time, it's the HTTP client module. I think. I'll just copy it from here. It's from the HTTP package. So once I have that, so let me create an HTTP file first here. HTTP and private HTTP client. What this does, okay, don't try to put this for now, I'll explain. Because I can take this thing out, because I really don't need it. You can see it says login action is equal to insert, meaning the action I'm about to do is an insert action. And if you go to, once that is done, first I need to fix this, because I think this file, if you look at it, if we were to go to it, this is where the API is now. If you were to go to it, this is the location. It's htdocs tutorials, and then an AP, and then the folder called API, which created just now. So in my directory, I just need to add here API slash, see what this is where it is now. And this file is this one. And if you check, the first thing I do after I get all these files, I have these files, and then I say, what is the action? Is the action insert? So if the action is insert, so I check the action first, provided here that I did put the action. So this is checking this directly. So because we've removed it now, I don't need it here anymore. So let's take it out here. When I did it like this, I'll show you the problem it gave me. So what we need to do now is try and see if I'm able to get these values into the database. So here we are creating the email address as well as the password into Firebase, and here we're taking the other additional files. And you can see here what we're trying to do here when it says let the result JSON pass it data body, result status is equal to success. What we're trying to do here is get this message. You see, we've got two messages that if it has inserted, the message is going to be what? Success. But if there's an error, it's going to be what? Then the message is going to be what? Error. So what we're trying to do here now is get that message, and then we say if the result, because this is what we're trying to get, if the result status, as you can see, status, we use an array here. Message is an array, so we use an array. So element is status element, and then a success element and an error element. So what we do now from here is if that result that we get, if that we receive is equal to success and it has been inserted successfully, so we show a toast. Else it is not inserted successfully. Something went wrong basically, and then we display the error message, the status that is displayed. So we'll get a problem with this, but let's demonstrate so that as is and see what happens. At this point in time, I have this database in mind. If you remember yesterday, we put this one, so I'm going to put a non-existing one now at this point in time because it's just for testing purposes. So I'll put send in, doesn't matter here, at gmail.com. See, there's an error. We've got an error somewhere here. But let me check in my database first here, whether did I have the triple HHH email. Yes, I have that email. Let me go to my database whether I am able to put the values there. See, at this point in time, I don't have any values inserted there. Let me go to my and see what was the error it showed. Insert. Okay, error. Okay, syntax error name variable. Let's go check line 8 and see what did I have there as an error. So in my API, there's an error in my API. So let me go. I didn't put a semicolon here. So it's giving me that error first. Let's see, it says on line 8, it was talking to this because I didn't have it. So it's coming in here and then there's a syntax error. So let me do this again. Let's rerun it again. Let me change just this. This is a non-existing email, guys. Okay, now there's a different error, the one that I was talking about. Let's go check first whether do I have the third email. Yes, Yahoo. Let me go to my database, see if I can browse. I should be having values, but yes, see that blank. It's inserting a blank value here. It's inserting a blank value. There's no values. It's as if there are values, but there are no values. It's inserting a blank. And I'm also getting an additional error because what I should be getting here is here's the status success, meaning it was able to insert. But first, I'm getting this error. Here I'm trying to get the value and it's telling me it can't get the value. That's what an unexpected error here. So let me do this and see if I remove this. Because I don't need to get those files. So let me see. gmail.com. See now. Error. Let me go here to my database. Okay, the reason I'm getting this error, I'll tell you why. Wait, we've entered it, it's fine. You see, because it's keep on inserting a blank space. So what it does is, the email address, if you remember, the email address is the primary key. So because it comes and insert, it says error runtime message apart closed, there's an error. The error